6, magnet and magnetism. Okay. Now here in this particular chapter we are going to learn about the different things, okay, which are available in a magnet. Okay. So everybody knows, okay, what we mean by magnet here. Magnet are those type of substances which can attract some other magnetic substances here, or some other substances which are made up of or which have the magnetic property here. So now first of all we have to know here magnet and non-magnetic materials. Okay, the see now you see, okay, the materials, okay, which can attract a magnet. Suppose if I bring one nail, okay, and one magnet, alright. Now this magnet is going to attract this very particular nail here. This means this nail is a magnetic material because this magnetic material can be attracted by the magnet here. So now those substances which can be attracted by a magnet are known as the magnetic material. And suppose like if I take here now plastic, or you can take here plastic, or you can take here wood, okay, and if I bring one magnet, what will happen? Will this magnet attract the wood or plastic? No, it is not going to attract, isn't it? This means that this plastic or wood are the non-magnetic material because they cannot attract the magnet, or they cannot be attracted by the magnet here. So now magnetic substances which can be attracted by a magnet are called magnetic material, and substances which cannot be attracted by a material or by a magnet are known as the non-magnetic material here. Now magnetic force, okay. Now this magnetic force, all of us we have some definition regarding force. Okay, force means what? Push or pull. Okay. Now see, suppose if I take a small magnet, okay, and if I take a nail here, okay, this is a little bigger nail here. Now this magnet, and this is a nail here, this magnet, will it be able to pull this very nail? Might be, okay, might be this magnet is going to pull the nail, or they are going to get attract, okay, they can attract it. But this magnet, since this magnet is very small, the pull, okay, or you can say the force which will be applied by this magnet on this very nail will be what? Very less here, because the magnet is a very small here. Now if I take a big magnet, that means it will be able to pull the bigger object. Small magnet can be able to pull the smaller object, and the bigger magnet can be able to pull the bigger object, isn't it? That means the pulling, okay, I'm just talking about pulling, okay, here it might be about the pushing also. Pushing is, okay, I'm just talking about attraction, it can be repulsion also here. So I'm talking about attraction here, that means the force, okay, the force by which a magnet is going to pull any other magnetic substance, it is known as the magnetic force here. Remember here, okay, the magnetic force by which a magnet can pull any other magnetic substance is known as the magnetic force. Okay, if the magnet is small, his force of attraction will be very less. If it is big, the force will be very larger. Okay, basically when you go to higher class, you are going to get the unit of magnetic force. Okay, the unit of magnetic force is nothing but Tesla here. Now next is your magnetic field. Okay, now this is very interesting to understand. Okay, suppose I took one magnet. Okay, I took one magnet here. Now this magnet, now I brought one pin here. Okay, make it this pin. Okay, this is a pin here. Now this magnet is quite big, so its force will be quite large. So obviously this magnet is going to pull this very pin, isn't it? It will get attracted to the magnet. Okay, now done. Now here the pin was quite near. Okay, now let us take here. Let us take the pin here, little bit far from the magnet. Still now you think that, or you assume that this magnet is going to pull this particular pin here. Now if I take it very far, okay, this pin, okay. Now if we might get a case that when I took the pin here, this pin is not anymore attracted by the magnet. Okay, that means when it was nearby the magnet, it was attracting, but as it was a little bit far from the magnet, it is not attracting anymore. This means this very particular place, the region, okay, this region under which any other magnet can pull any other magnetic field, this magnetic object is known as the magnetic field. That means if suppose if I keep my pin here, it is attracting, but if I take the pin outside this region, it is not anymore attracting. That means this region, okay, around the magnet up to which this magnet can pull any other magnetic substance. This region is known as the magnetic field here. Okay, in your book also they have written that the region around the magnet around which the magnetic field can be experienced, okay, or magnetic force can be felt or experienced, it is known as the magnetic field here. Okay, now the reason, okay, the stronger magnet, that means if the magnet is quite big, okay, the bigger the magnet will be, the bigger will be its field. Okay, means if you take a big magnet, that means it can attract any other magnetic substance to a very far distance. Okay, and if the magnet is quite small, that means the magnetic field is also going to become very small here. That means you do not be able to attract objects which are situated to far distances here. Now this magnet, okay, we are talking about the magnet. Suppose if you take any type of magnet, basically we will take here a bar magnet. This type of magnet, okay, this type of magnet are known as the bar magnet here. Okay, and any type of bar magnet, you are going to have two types of poles here, north pole and the south pole. Okay, if I take an horseshoe type of magnet, this type of magnet are known as horseshoe type of magnet. But don't worry, here also we are going to have what? North and south pole. Okay, now this north and south pole are known as the poles of the magnet here. Okay, and what is the what is important? So what is the characteristics of this poles? Just now before we talked about the magnetic force, isn't it? We talk about magnetic force here. So remember here, magnetic force is, you can, I'm writing here, okay, magnetic force is going to be maximum, means highest, okay, at the poles, means the force by which this magnet will be able to pull any other magnet is going to be maximum at which place? Near the pole here. Means in the south pole and the north pole is going to be maximum, okay, and in the other parts, okay, is going to be less. It doesn't mean that they are not going to have the magnetic force, but maximum will be at the poles here. So now this was one of the properties of the force of the magnet. Okay, now suppose we have, okay, this is the north pole, this is the south pole. These are the poles of the magnet here. Now when I bring, okay, suppose that I brought one more magnet, okay, it also have north pole and south pole here. I took two bar magnet. Now you can see here, this is what pole here, this is south pole, and this is what pole here, north pole. Means they are same poles or they are to say different poles here. If you see here, they are not the same pole, they are different poles. Different poles are known as unlike poles. Means they are not same. Okay. So now when you take two unlike poles and when you try to bring them together, okay, they used to attract. Correct? Two unlike poles used to attract here. Now if I suppose if I take this very case, one is the north pole and south pole. This is also what I took here, south pole and north pole. Now if you just compare these two poles, what are they? South pole and south pole. South pole means what? They are same pole or not? Same pole means they are known as what poles? Like poles. And if you, okay, if you try to bring the like poles together, okay, suppose like if I take this chalk, okay, make it, this is my south pole, this is south pole, and if I want to bring the magnet nearby, okay, you will experience that no matter how much force you are applying, they are not coming to nearby each other. And in fact, what is happening here? They are trying to go away from each other. That means if you bring the like poles together, like north pole, or south pole, in those type of cases, they are not going to attract, but they are going to what? Repel. Okay, correct. So unlike poles, going to attract north south, south north, they are going to what? Attract, okay, with each other. But if you bring the like poles like north or south, they are not going to attract. Instead, they are going to repel from each other. Okay. And this force, okay, by which they will attract or they will repel, okay, this is known as force of attraction or it is known as force of repulsion. Okay, so we have already discussed, okay, that the magnet, okay, have two poles, north pole and south pole. Okay, so next topic we are going to see, suppose like, okay, you have taken a magnet here, okay, a large magnet, okay, make it your north pole and south pole. Now if I take this magnet, okay, and I cut this magnet into how many pieces, making how many pieces here? I cut into how many pieces here? 2 pieces. So now, when you take a magnet and when you cut them into 2 pieces, okay, you might be thinking that one part is the north pole and other part is the south pole, but it does not happen, okay. No matter how small a magnet becomes, but a magnet always going to have 2 poles with it, okay. That means if you cut this bigger magnet to 2 smaller magnets, then also one side is going to behave as a north pole and the other part is going to behave as a south pole. Similarly, this side also, one will become your north pole and other will become your south pole. Now, if you again cut this one, okay, suppose like this magnet I cut into how many pieces here? More 2 pieces. Similarly, these small pieces of magnet I have broken into again more 2 pieces, okay. So here also one side will become your north pole and other will become your south. And here also north pole and south pole. That means that no matter if you keep on breaking it, okay, make it a very small piece of magnet, no matter, okay, still this small piece of magnet is going to behave as a one side is going to behave as north pole and other side is going to behave as a south pole here, okay. These are the magnetic poles, okay, no matter how small the magnet is or how big the magnet is, okay, one side is going to be north pole, other side is going to be the south pole. Now, suppose I took a magnet and I tied it, okay, with a rope, okay, and just hang it, okay, and I wanted to know that if I leave the magnet unmoved, okay, for some time, then in which direction does it point, okay. Now you see, okay, if you take a magnet and suspend it horizontally, okay, and if you just try to notice the direction, okay, you will always see that the magnet is going to point towards the north-south direction. Every time one side is going to be in the north direction, other side is going to be in the south direction. The north, okay, the north pole will point towards the north. Sorry, the north pole is going to point towards the north side of the north side direction. Okay, north direction, and south pole is going to point in the south direction. So now, with the help of this one, okay, we will able to predict the your what to say waves. Okay, waves means path. Okay, suppose like okay, we'll discuss the next topic here. Our next topic is the magnetic compass here. Now, suppose before nowadays, okay, when you go to some other place, you can take it out your Google map and you can get the roads. Okay, you can get the way, and you can go to the very particular map, isn't it? But before, when people used to travel through the seas, ocean, and all, they never have the very facilities of finding the roads. Okay, so now even now also, okay, in the ocean and all, okay, there is no, even in the sky or even in the ocean, there is no road. Okay, so there are chances that if you don't know the correct path, you might lose your ways. So not to lose your ways, okay, they used to use the magnetic compass here. Okay, now this magnetic compass is a device which have a needle, okay, inside it. This is called a magnetic needle inside it, which is to always point in the north-south direction. Means no matter whenever you take it out your compass, if you see, always they are going to point the north-south direction. Suppose like if I take a magnet, okay, and my magnet is something like this, pointing. Okay, this is my north-south and this is my what? South here. So we know that our directions are what here? East, west, north and south. So if I know that this side is my north, that means if I make one middle here like this will become my east, this will become my west here. So if you know the north-south direction, easily you will be able to predict to east and west direction. And so we can see like this in the compass. Okay, we used to have north direction and south direction. Suppose like in any particular place, if you take out your compass and this compass is pointing towards something like this, and this side is your north direction, this is your south. Okay, so if we know that upper is north, down is south, then this will become east and this will become your west. So if I draw here something like this will become your east direction and this will become your west direction. So by knowing these directions, okay, this will become north, south, east and west. So by knowing this direction, the sailor or the pilot, okay, they will be able to find out their path or their way, and they will be able to reach to their particular destination. Okay, so before they used to do like this, and even now also they used to follow or they used to find their path with the help of the magnetic compass. Okay, so our next topic is here types of magnet. Okay, so magnet can be divided into two types. This is permanent magnet and temporary magnet. Okay, the magnet which you used to get in TVs, fridge and all. Okay, they are considered to be permanent magnet. Okay, and these magnets are made up of not only one metal. Okay, they are made up of more than 2 or 3 metals. Means basically they are made of, they are called as an alloy. Okay, like we are taking an example of a permanent metal, so permanent magnet, like the name is Alnico. Okay, this Alnico is made up of iron, aluminum, nickel and cobalt. Okay, now these 4 elements together they form a substance, and this substance is known as Alnico and which is considered to be a permanent magnet. Permanent magnet means, suppose like we have this magnet, if you keep it for long period of time also, they will not lose their magnetic property. Means their magnetic property is going to be intact for long period of time. The next are your temporary magnets, are magnets which only shows the magnetic property when they come in conflict with any other type of magnet, and as soon as they are removed from the magnet, their magnetic property also is to go away. That means the magnet which magnetic property are not permanent, they are temporary, they might be only for some time. Okay, they are known as temporary magnet, like iron nail. When this iron nail is being nearby the magnet, you will see they are attracting. Okay, you can say that iron is magnet here for time being, but as soon as you take the iron away from the magnetic property will go away. Okay. Our next topic is uses of magnet. There are many uses of magnet. We will discuss only few of them. Number one is it is used in refrigerators. Okay, refrigerators means, have you seen that when you open the the fridge? Okay, you will also open the fridge and when you leave. Okay, after when you open the door of the fridge and after taking all the things, you just leave, isn't it? When you leave, you see that automatically it is to go and stick it. This happens because of the magnets are placed at the end of the doors, which is to attract and so that the door can be easily closed and easily opened here. Number two, it is used to remove iron from wound. Okay, wound means suppose you got an injury, okay, and where the iron rod or something have gone inside your body. Okay, now you want to remove that very particular iron nail. Okay, so in the very process, some small pieces of iron might be still stuck with your body. Okay, now this need to be removed. For removing those iron pins, okay, the magnetic iron pins, we used to use the help of the strong magnet, which will take out the iron from your body here. Number three, I have already discussed that the magnets, okay, are used to make one magnetic compass here. And number four, I have written here, it is used in motor, generator, TV and etc. Okay, because if you want your electric motor, your electric generator, your TV to work properly, you need the magnet. Okay, because without magnet you won't be able to construct those type of things here.
Stay home, stay safe, do it for yourself, do it for your family, do it for India. Let's break the chain of COVID-19. We can overcome it. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind.